Niantic actually did something right. Or almost right. Can't believe it.
Yo, my G, what you saying?
My G.
What up, and how's it going, everyone? Today I want to talk about the last couple of updates that Niantic did on the app. Some of them were just processed, so you might have not even noticed an update coming through. I just want to say that I think they're finally stepping in the right direction. They're still not quite there, but they perhaps are realizing that with winter coming, people are gonna need something extra to keep them playing, and those updates will definitely have something to do with it. So number one is starting today, we're gonna be getting double XP and double the status from essentially everything that we're doing until the end of next week. So from catching Pokemon, from battling gyms and all that good stuff. Actually, if you put a lucky egg on, you're gonna get quadruple experience that you would normally be getting without this event. So that's really great if you want to do some mass evolution, or you can just do it without lucky egg and it's gonna count as having a lucky egg on, which is still pretty good. I just did a mass evolution before the event started, so yeah, I guess I just need to go out and catch some more. Number two is that a lot of powers have altered in terms of Pokemon, actually all of them, but some Pokemon have seen very minor changes like Lapras. What that means that some Pokemon that were quite weak, like Rhydon, have become complete powerhouses, and now Rhydon is actually a very decent counter to Snorlax because he has almost the same amount of CP on max level, and he resists his normal attacks, which is his Body Slam and Hyper Beam that he uses as charge attacks. So Rhydon can actually defeat Snorlax on the same CP 1v1 without dodging, which was previously impossible to do with any other Pokemon. And some Pokemons were mysteriously buffed even though they were really strong, like Snorlax and Vaporeon, which I didn't quite understand. I do understand that they buffed the other EV evolutions, but Vaporeon is still better than Jolteon versus a Vaporeon. I'm just gonna let that sink in. What I also don't understand is that some Pokemon that were not really strong before, like Blastoise and Venusaur, both got slightly nerfed. Charizard was, on the other hand, slightly buffed. I don't quite get it. Grass Pokemon are actually been made considerably weaker, and now probably Lightning Pokemon will be stronger against water than it was previously. So for all of you that have pumped up your Vileplumes and your Victory Bells, I am sorry, but you know, maybe next update you'll be lucky. And also, I've seen a lot of complaints from people powering up things like Wigglytuff, because they have been a really good counters versus all those Dragonites. A lot of people quitting the game over update like this. Unfortunately, I believe that this update was necessary, and I was saying that in a video before where it was my 9th rant, that they need to change the CP power strength, because we only see 5 or 6 Pokemon appearing in every single gym. And even if they do those changes, because it's already 4 months or how much time in the game, they're gonna piss off a whole lot of people that have been powering up those Pokemon that were strong at that point. Which is what happened, and because Niantic waited for so long and they have not actually rolled out a balanced game at the beginning, they're upsetting a whole lot of people. And on the other hand, I think that this update regarding the strength of Pokemon was great. And I think it was very necessary for the longevity of the game and for the overall enjoyment. And I think there are a lot of people that got a little bit upset initially might actually be enjoying it in the end. So I'm gonna link down in the description below some summary from GoPress, which is one of the sites or an app that I use almost all the time for checking IVs and the best movesets. I recommend you read it all because I can't go around everything in this video, and I'm also gonna link posts to the last point that I'm gonna talk about today, which is you can actually catch Ditto starting today in the game. The people on Reddit have found out a lot of detailed information about the Ditto, like how the transformation exactly happens and when and how long it stays for. So essentially the way that it works is that you catch a Pokemon that will transform into a Ditto after catching it. People have been reporting that most often it's common Pokemon from 2KX like Pidgey, Rattata and Zubat were mentioned among the most commonly transforming into Ditto, but then there's Pokemon like Magikarp and others that have been also reported to change into Ditto after catching. So It should be after the first shake. I don't actually know because I haven't caught a Ditto after catching like 60 Pokemon today. So after the first shake, the Pokemon will transform into Ditto. It will get slightly buffed up in CP. And when you battle with Ditto against a Pokemon, the Ditto will transform into the first Pokemon it encounters. And it will get, I think, 1.5 amount of CP to what the Pokemon has. It doesn't change after changing. Also, if it's defending in a gym, it will be shown as Ditto, and it will transform into the first attacker that it can encounter. So you can actually use a strategy where you use like an Arcanine to attack it first, then you swap it over and you use a Vaporeon to easily beat that Arcanine. So maybe that will be really good with powering up gyms. We don't know yet. We don't know yet if Ditto will be hatching from X. That hasn't been confirmed, but a lot of these informations have been confirmed on Reddit, so I will just link it down below and you can have a read. I think these changes are great. I think they will definitely keep people in. You know, my interest in the game has been fading over time, but this is something to keep me interested. I think it's very smart that they made Ditto appear from the most commonly found Pokemon that people were just missing, you know, because they don't really care about Weedles and Pidgeys anymore, even though it's easy Stardust or easy XP. It gets kind of samey after catching all those Pokemon over and over again. It also seems like Niantic will be rolling out the planned update for tracking, or the recently seen update that has been trialing out in US, because a couple of different cities have been reporting having it. That would be great, but I would like to have sightings and this new tracking implemented inside the same map before the rest of the world gets it, because rural players have been reporting that after the update was implemented, they see nothing on their sightings. So might be something to look into. I hope that they manage to get it improved and they don't just scrap it like they did with the original tracking. And yeah, we're gonna get a couple of good updates very, very soon. What you guys think about this? What you think about the new updates? Please let me know in the comment sections below. I was happy to talk to you, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye and take care.